Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Ogary. We out here. Thank y'all for joining me on another episode of We Ballin' over here. Yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about. So, basically, this topic is called Sad Times in the NBA, starting Isiah Thomas, Demarcus Cousins, and Carmelo Anthony. So, as some of y'all know, recently Demarcus Cousins actually went down with another injury, and it's probably going to take him out for the rest of the year. And I just really had to take a second and ask myself, damn, y'all, who's going through it the worst? Is it Carmelo Anthony? Is it Demarcus Cousins? Is it Isiah Thomas? I mean, feel free to chime in and put another name in there if you think of somebody that's going through what I'm about to describe. But my whole thing with each player is like, I would say, I guess the money is one of the main topics because the money and also being in the league. Basically, the thing I believe these guys have in common is their time's running out. And frankly, I don't know how much longer they're going to be in the league. And to be honest, I don't even see any reason why these teams are giving them a chance because, I mean, it's almost like they shot themselves in the foot. So, let me get into it. Not going to waste no time. I'm going to start with Isiah Thomas. Well, actually, let me start by describing or thinking about what we think of these NBA players. You know, a lot of time we look at these NBA players and we know they're successful and they've reached a pinnacle in their life that you're like, man, this guy got a lot of money. He's going to get all the women. He's going to get extra cash, extra luxury, all that. All of that stuff. But recently, I'm seeing more and more that there's a lot of mental health awareness in the NBA. And I'm looking at that saying, you know what? Yes, the NBA is definitely looking out for the players and want to see that each player is in the right mindset. But sometimes we as the fans, supporters, don't even realize like the situation these guys are in. Like for instance, I know a lot of us maybe work 9 to 5, overnight, whatever it is, and you have to put yourself in their position at some time. Sometimes these guys even make purchases with the intent of receiving a bigger contract, those type of things. So that's kind of the things I want to discuss because what I realize is that Isiah Thomas, DeMarcus Cousins, and Carmelo Anthony are going through a stage in their life that I will be honest, is could be very depressing. Could be very depressing. And it's easy for us to glance by and be like, oh, he might get a chance. He got signed for 1 year. Oh, he made it. The fact remains is sometimes reality hit these guys quicker than they expected. So, in the case of Isiah Thomas, you know, he was in line for a big contract, big contract. He famously said, they know they got to bring the Brinks truck out for me, pretty much. That year, how he was balling, he was having a great year. He averaged 28 points that year, and he finished fifth in MVP voting. So he was on the way of getting some big money. As I said, his quote, they know they got to back up the Brinks truck for him. And imagine that you put that out there. You have all this intention in your mind that you have a lot of funds coming in. You've worked for it. You deserve it. You know, it's almost guaranteed. And to see none of that come to fruition, like that must hurt, man. That's some like, mama, next year I'm gonna buy you a $10 million house. What do you mean? And I'm gonna buy myself something nice and we chilling. And no, he signed for less than all that. And basically, he got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They didn't see much value in him. Traded to the Lakers. Now he is barely getting a chance to stay in the league. I mean, that's a rough situation to have to go through mentally, physically, emotionally. I just feel bad for these players at the same time as to say like that's why I'm making this podcast to say like we look at the pretty side, the dunks, the threes, the post up, whatever it is, the glamour, the glitz, all of that. But at the same time, look at the real issues these guys are dealing with. That's a lot of money to be losing. A lot of money that you thought you were going to get and possibly never get. Sponsors ain't going to run you down no more. If teams ain't even running you down, you're almost like, how many more years I got left? You're thinking you want to play a 10, 15, 20-year career, and by the time you look up, it's like 10, and that's it. Wow. So I really feel bad for these guys, and that's why I kind of brought up this topic, because I know there's people out there that kind of have the same mindset, and this is where I need y'all to chime in. I need y'all to leave a comment. I need y'all to, subscribe to the page and let me know what's going on. We're building a community here, and we'll be discussing these type of things that's happening in the league. We balling over here. Don't forget that. So when it comes to basketball, we on top of it. We a high-end podcast for basketball. So keep that in mind. And on to the next one. Demarcus Cousins. Man, boogie, as Jalen Rose would love to scream out. But basically, this guy lost $30 million when Sacramento Kings traded him. And the way how he got traded was just brutal. After the All-Star game, bro, you're having a great year and everything like that. Sorry, I tapped my leg. But, you had a great year, and all of a sudden, boom, you find out you're gone. Then you tore your ACL, your Achilles, and you're out. You're out for the year. You thought you were gonna get your big contract. Turns out none of that happens. Okay, you say, you know what? I'm a rehab. I'm gonna make sure myself is right. I'm gonna come back even better than I was. And you know what? You even put your pride aside and say, I'm gonna go to the Warriors, despite everybody gonna be like, oh, it's a stacked team. Look at this guy trying to get a ring. Okay, you did that. And some would debate if he came back too soon. I mean, that's a different debate. You make your own decision on that. But I do believe they gave him enough time to get right for the playoffs, which is what they wanted him for in the first place. So he did come on strong. I mean, in a game in the finals. But what happened was when he tore his left quadriceps, that definitely messed up his year in a sense, because you got to ask, a man coming off of a torn Achilles and then now a torn left quadricep, it's like, bro, how much injuries you want to get? Are you done anytime soon? Like, you just keep getting injured. So, and then recently, oh my gosh, the man tore his ACL. Like, that's some crazy stuff. I just saw a video actually before I heard that news. He was in where was it? I think Bahamas. I'm gonna say Bahamas or Barbados. You tell me in the comment section. And basically, that was the time James Harden gave out $10,000 to a family in Barbados or Bahamas. Demarcus Cousins was playing in slippers, and he was hitting shots like, whoa. I think he hit like 3 threes in a row. Camera ain't stopped, no cutting, nothing. So he was playing, and I was just like, uh-oh. Actually, I saw a comment. No, I was on the mindset like, uh-oh, bro, you're playing in slippers. And I saw another comment saying, this guy is not serious. He's playing. And then a couple days later, you hear of that happening. And it's like, that's heartbreaking. Remember, you got one injury. You fought back. You came back. In the finals, or prior to the finals, you got injured again. You fought that. You came back. Now you're on your off season in your best shape of your life, looking forward to the future. He even said, I want to play 82 games. And then, bam, that happens to you. Man, it's been a rough couple years for Demarcus Cousins. So I say that to say, like, there's a lot going on with these players. And I want to talk about Carmelo Anthony. Yes, another one. Carmelo Anthony. Let me see. Carmelo Anthony see that? That's the thing. Was a great scorer. Great scorer. Up there with the best of them. He can shoot the mid-range. He can post you up. He can finish at the rim, hit the three. But there was no defense. At no point was Carmelo Anthony considered, I would even say, an average defender. I don't, well, let me think about it. No? Yeah, never. I never thought Carmelo was more than an average defender. So for him to be in a situation where he got an opportunity to play with Russell and PG in OKC, and it didn't pan out the way he intended or they thought that it would, then he gets sent to the Atlanta Hawks for nothing. They just bought him out, and then Houston gave him an opportunity, and it still didn't work out. Now, I kind of saw a little red flag here or there with Carmelo in Houston. For instance, them asking him to come off of the bench, and he's laughing it up. No, OKC, sorry, I apologize. OKC, and he's laughing it off like, PG, yo, they want me to come off the bench. Like, bruh, it's not a joke. Like, when are you going to say, you know what? Maybe I can be that sixth man they want me to be. Like, you're laughing in front of people's face like it's a joke. It's a suggestion to make the team better. And that says a lot about his character, because Chauncey Billups later came out and said this guy would be happy in a 30-point loss and be sad in a 20-point win. So those are all along the same lines. You don't want to come off of the bench, but it's because it's not beneficial for the team. Or you don't want to come off the bench and it would be beneficial for the team. So that doesn't make sense for a team. So Carmelo, I want to see, I'm still here hoping that, I recently heard he got a chance to play with the Brooklyn Nets, and I think that would be a great fit for him because KD's gone for the year, and it just gives him an opportunity, or gives them an opportunity to run some sets as if KD was there, so they can get familiar with that playing style. So hopefully Carmelo gets another shot with the Brooklyn Nets, but I really don't know which player is going through it like the worst, just like mentally, emotionally, physically. I mean, maybe not physically, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, these guys have been through a lot, where they might not even talk to people about it, and they might chalk it up to, man, I still get a couple mil, but at the same time, that extra opportunity that you could have got, a lot of them missed out on it. Hey, I need y'all to subscribe first and foremost. I need y'all to get in on the discussion. I need to hear your feedback. I need to know what you think of what I was talking about. I thank y'all for taking this time. If you made it this far, please don't forget to like, subscribe, add me on the Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube. We got plenty more to go. Basically, I'm thinking about starting a weekly podcast at a certain time, and I want y'all feedback. Let me know what you think. We're gonna roll it out little by little, but the sales doesn't stop. And I thank y'all for even taking the time out to listen to me today. And don't forget, y'all, we balling over here. Aha! Yeah, and make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget, we balling over here. Aha!